All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Julius. How are you? I hope you guys are all good. Those who are already joining us, good morning. So it is a Tuesday, and you guys know how we do this. You have to look into the charts the way we do it from week to week, year to year. Yeah, and let's now get into it. So as usual, you guys who have been around for quite some time, you know the drill. We get into prayer, and then after that we get into the analysis the way we should. So let's pray and let's get started. Father, we say thank you for your goodness, thank you for your loving kindness. We are here for yet another session. It is a Tuesday morning, 10:30, oh God, and we are ready for what you've prepared for us in the markets, Lord. Today we are saying thank you for yesterday's success and profits that we made, and we are saying thank you even for today's success and profits you're about to make. Thank you that we are growing gradually our accounts, and we are accumulating the profits for the glory of your name. We give you praise, Lord, for all the profits we're about to make today. Thank you for the entry and exit levels that you're providing unto us. Thank you for the wisdom and knowledge that you're granting us to understand it clearly and exactly what the markets are doing for our own benefit. We give you praise, we give you all the honor. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right, so sound first. Let's check if sound is clear. Yes, it is clear. And now let's get into Crush 500. Please go ahead and share the stream. Go ahead and share the link to your family and friends, to your co-workers, and let them come around. You never know, they may learn one or two things from the markets. All right, so Crush 500, we are here. If it is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe. If it is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. All right, so Crush 500 yesterday. Let's look at yesterday. We still had that level according to daily time frame. That is our level where we thought we were going to actually see buys, but actually it continued to sell strongly, and now it has dropped as far as this OB. This is crazy. As far as that OB, apparently it's so crazy now. That is so crazy. Looking from here, you clearly see that it has now gone to as far as 70-something% down below, even below our golden ratio 61.8. It has now reached the 70-something, 71, 72-something% right here. So there's nothing I can do right here. If I go to daily time frame, if I go to H4, I will clearly see that we also have the good thing is that this level right here, it has two levels. We have a resistance level here, which is now going to act as a support, but also we have this order block, which will also act as a support. So is it going to break all through this and continue down? Let's wait and see. But it broke this, so we don't need it anymore. Let's wait and see if we will see some buys from that end. So everything that we had there, it was not respected. Let's see if it will respect this OB on the daily time frame. Remember, daily is still showing us strong selling, but according to H4, we really need some buys. According to what we see here, we need some buys. We've been selling for quite some time according to H4. All we need is a reversal on daily time on H4, to give us buys, and we start with the buys. So nothing we can do right here. We can just leave it. If you go to M15, nothing, it's been dropping like nothing. So I have no business with this. There's no way I can trade it. We had entered, I don't remember whether we even sold this asset. Yeah, but it's been selling perfectly. So let's now head over to Boom 1000. I don't have business with this asset. With Crash 500 now until it gives us a reversal signal to look for buys. Alright, Boom 1000. Now Boom 1000, our anticipation yesterday was, this was yesterday, we wanted a pullback so that we can enter buys. The pullback happened, it did not come to exactly where we wanted it, but it came to this other OB right here. It came to this OB right here, and then went to hit our target. So it did not do exactly what we needed to reach here, but it pulled back to that OB. So the analysis was okay there, so I can delete all that and even this now, because that target has been hit. And now immediately we wanted sales. This was our first target, but then we said it can as well go up there, so it did not go for that. It reacted from there and immediately started to sell. And even today morning it was selling, it was still selling. Now we see that it has come to this OB right about there. This is the other OB I wanted yesterday to reach according to M15. You can see that. And now if I draw that M15 OB, you clearly see that price has touched it. Excuse me. You clearly see the price has touched it, and now it's looking at buys. So according to M15, we may see some buys come through around that level. We may see some buys come through, but we can only wait for a reversal. We can only wait for a reversal. If these buys are likely coming in, then it means they might as well go all the way up there. They might as well go all the way up there. But remember, we are on the support. We are on this support. That is something you have to remember. And according to H4, we are now oversold. According to H4, we are oversold. So we might see buys actually break this support. Since we are oversold, we might see buys actually break this support to go there. And then probably after that, let me first delete all this. After grabbing that, then we drop again according to daily time frame. I believe daily is looking for buys. It may not look for this OB here. It may actually continue with buys. It may actually continue with buys, but we have to anticipate this according to price action. We have to anticipate that according to price action. So price action, I'll be anticipating something like this. So according to what I see, that liquidity left there may be taken out first according to H4, and then it drops to come to this OB, and then we come in with strong buys to take us all the way up according to weekly time frame. Failing to break this resistance, this support level right here. If it breaks it, then it will drop all the way down below here. So apparently no business, nothing we can do right now. We can only wait according to M15. We have a spike there on M15. All we need now is price to give us price to be above our 10 MA and give us probably a reversal signal, like a change of character, and then we get in, for the buys. But you have to remember that we have a resistance right here. You have to remember that we have a resistance right there, so it can still play games around there to consolidate, only to look for enough liquidity to break the support below here. So note that also. All right, so that's it on this asset. We will leave it at M15. M15 is not ready to enter buys, so it's still going to first consolidate around here until it is ready for the buys, and then we will come in with our buys to take us all the way up again. Boom 500. Now Boom 500 played games yesterday. Of course, we had entered buys, sells. So this was the analysis yesterday, according to H4. Okay, not really, not H4. So let me first delete this. I missed this entry. So this was yesterday's analysis. We knew that price was going to continue selling, but we waited for the breakout. We wanted price to first break out, then retest, and then we enter. So we entered after this retest. We entered immediately after the breakout. It was in profits, then it retested, then it sold, but then it failed to break this level, this previous lower low. So it kept on consolidating within a rising wedge. Remember, my stop loss was right here. My stop loss was above there. Those who remember where we had put our stop loss during the session. So after the analysis, it consolidated, and then later it dropped to give us a new lower low. We missed that. By the time it did this, I think I was in a mentorship class. Just a minute. All right, so when it came here to give us a new lower low, and it had taken, of course, that was 1 to 2, our TP. By then that was a 1 to 2, so it dropped, it started to retest again. So I was waiting for when it will come around that level. We normally enter around 38.2 in the supply zone. So it came again in the supply zone, but I was not in the market to give out this signal to my guys. So after reaching that, this was late night. This was what time? Let's see, 8, 9, 10. At 10, around 10 I was doing some work. I was not in charts. So yeah, we missed that. After that, it dropped to hit our target. This was our target. Those who remember, I can show that to you. Yesterday, that was our target there yesterday for that arrow, and it touched that arrow of ours, and immediately the buys started. It actually touched early morning. That was around what time when it hit target? 2, 3, 4 at 4 a.m. in the morning. That's when it hit the target, and now we don't need everything right here. So congrats if you were able to sell this and hold your position. We moved out when it played games around here. I had to move out. Yeah, I had to move out without a loss though. I did not incur any loss here. So our 1 to 3 was perfectly hit. The 1 to 4 was not hit perfectly, so but the target was hit there, so we were looking for that 1 to 3. So all that is no longer necessary. Right now we can delete everything and look at today. So let's look at today. So now price has reached according to H4, price has reached that OB again, but remember this is on H4 now, and I believe we may not see it come back again, but this we are like I normally tell you, we are just market followers, not market makers. So anything is possible. You can see that heads and shoulder has been clearly exhausted. That target right there, it has been clearly exhausted. It may drop again to give us a week to this level, it may not. So knowing that, and knowing that now on H4 we have equal lows right there, those are equal lows, lower lows, clearly this is a low there, that is a low there. So knowing that we have equal lows currently, a reversal can be anticipated. But if I go to M15, I don't see any reversal signal. It means that price is likely to drop again. So all I'm seeing on M15 is a break of structure right here. This is a break of structure right there to give me a lower low, then a lower high, then it has been taken out, but then there is this confluence area right here. There's this confluence area right there. So if I have that confluence area, it means that price may not actually continue. It may drop again. If it drops, it may reach my target right here. It may drop from there. It might as well also drop from there. So apparently no business. If it fails to break there, any of these levels, I will of course go to my M5 to see if I have an entry, and then I will be looking for the sell on M5. And clearly according to M5, I'm oversold right there. You can clearly see that on M5, on this very resistance level, we are overbought. So anything is possible. We may see a sell from there, or continuation and come from there. It will not exceed there, and then we may drop down for this pullback on M15. So right now, no business. Right now, no business. I'm going to wait. A new H4 is going to start in the next 5 minutes, and this H4 has been a buy candle, has been very bullish. The previous H4 closed as a doji, of course coming from that previous lower low right there. So the next candle will show us what to do. the next candle will show us what to do. But I might as well do this. The trend lines normally can easily give you a clean picture of what to anticipate. Trend lines can give you a clean picture of what to anticipate. Now look at that. So we know price is headed to that level. So I'm not going to focus on this. I'm actually going to focus there. After that, there's gonna be that drop, this drop. So that's why I love trend lines. I can easily get to understand what price is gonna do. So all we want is price to reach to that OB, and then we come in for our sells. Enough of that. Let's now roll to V25S. Good morning, Patrick. Good morning, Lucy. How are you guys? All right, V25 1S. Where did V25 1S we made money? Those who were on the analysis yesterday. This was that trade yesterday. I told you. I think we even entered during the analysis. So we were looking for that trade there. Drop here and then we enter buys. That's what the analysis was like. So we entered that sell, which was a pullback sell, and hit our target. We were looking for a 1 to 2, those who remember in the analysis. So if you missed yesterday's analysis, go back and look for episode 273, I think. Yeah, so that was yesterday's analysis. So to get it in context, let's go to probably H1, now M15. So we saw that. So when it broke, it continued to hit our target, but then we had this OB. You can clearly see that on that OB it gave some fake breakout there and gave a rejection, only to later break out, retest, and then the buy started. So I was not in the market by the time it did this. This time we were in the class, and then broke and continued with the buys, just like we had anticipated. So I hope you guys who followed this analysis and you actually trade V25 1S, you were able to make this money yesterday. So all this now is no longer necessary. The target has been hit right there, and now we can see we are getting some rejection, and we have some change of character right there as we speak. So let's now first get into H4 before we look at M15. Let's start with that. We need sells on a weekly time frame, as we've been looking at. We grabbed some liquidity there, but it wasn't enough. There's that order block. According to daily, I think we may not go back. I think we are going to continue selling. So now if we go to H4 has been looking for buys. So that's the problem. That's why we are looking for buys. We've been looking for buys, and even yesterday we sort of got that break of structure right there, because our change of character was all the way here, then broke structure, then this was never a change of character, gave us that, then came here, now gave us another change of character right here yesterday. So according to H4 we got that, and price reacted back. You can see to look for that liquidity on this fair value gap of H4, this fair value gap right here of H4. Right there. So price came, dropped to look for that fair value gap. Did it reach 50%? I doubt it did. It did not. Sort of. Actually, we might just take it the way it is. It did not, meaning it may drop again. It may drop again and then take us back for the buys. All right, so that is on H4. This is where we want price to first reach. So H4 is looking for buys, but I think M15 is not ready for the buys. So let's go to M15 and see. Yeah, M15 is not ready for the buys. It's going to first sell, and clearly we've seen that it may first reach here to grab this liquidity on H4. But also we have this OB right here on M15 where this buy momentum started from. So it might as well drop all the way to here, then we come in with our buys according to H4. So right now M15 is pulling back after reaching the retracement level on CCI right there, but of course after giving us a change of character right here. So it is reacting there to drop to give us a new lower low. This is a lower low, looking for a lower high, then it will drop for a new lower low. All right, so I think that's enough. I want to remove this right here, and yeah, I think we are clear now. We are clear. All this is not necessary. The order block is, that is, so this move is still available to reach there. So now we will remain on M15. So can we look at M5? Do we have an entry on M5? Not really. M5 is still looking for buys, but it will not buy now. It will first sell, then buy according to M15. Yeah, to first sell and then buy later. To first sell and then buy later. I think that's clear there for us to work with. Now remember, here we have some resistance, so price has to get enough momentum to break that resistance right about there. So whatever it does as it is coming, after grabbing this liquidity here and even the OB here, probably if it goes to the OB, then perfect enough also to get enough momentum to break that level. So we have these 2 points. Remember, this one here is a 50% of the fair value gap of H4 fair value gap, but then this is the M15 OB to initiate, which initiated this kind of buy move. So that's it on this V25 1S. Let's now head over to Volatility 75. Please don't forget to give us that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications so that you don't miss any live analysis we normally get here. How are you, Daily Low Koffer? Wow. How are you guys? I think it is your first time. It is my first time to see you around, Daily. How are you doing? And don't forget that if you don't have a Deriv account for the blocker I'm using, you can use the link in the description to get a Deriv account. All right, so yesterday's V75 we made money, just like I told you, I showed you yesterday. So let's go to M15. This was yesterday's move. We took advantage of that pullback, just like I had told you. We had a change of character here, so it gave us a lower low. It had to go and test that fair value gap to grab liquidity and then drop for a sell, the intended sell. So that's what happened yesterday. So we took advantage of that buy move. Then we were unable to get an entry for the sell. By the time it was in there, we were in the class, mentorship class, and I think I would have entered. I told my students that we would enter when price breaks that low and below, and that's where it did actually break. So my entry would have been right here, right there, for this kind of a sell to come to the target 1. Then there's target 2, but target 2 I don't think I would have made it because of what happened here. So yeah, that was yesterday. So congrats to everyone who took advantage of that and was able to make this money. So this move we remove. We are left with this now. We are left with this. Remove history, and now let's look at today. Start from daily. Okay, let's start from H4. That has been our kind of analysis. As you can see, we are on the support, then gave us that pullback, and price has come to this OB on M15. This was the OB on M15 to initiate the buys that will actually give us a breakout from this resistance level, the trend line resistance. So new H4 has just started. Remember, H4 we are looking for buys. So this pullback, we were looking for it to give us that kind of retracement move. You can see it touched the 61.8 retracement level, the Fib retracement level, which is our golden ratio on Fib. Now a new H4 has just started, and like I've always told you that normally when an H4 starts, the first hour may be just a pullback to later give us the actual trend we should get into after the first hour. So this first hour we can see we are selling, and according to M15 clearly you see we got that lower low and then we got into that. So now it is dropping down. It is likely not to break this previous low, but if it breaks it, then we wait. We are not going to rush into sales because clearly I don't see what price is going to be looking for. Yes, the momentum of sales is very strong, but the candle, the previous H4 candle, closed with a rejection right there, and that can be significant. And also knowing that that rejection was coming from a golden ratio of Fib right there, which is a retracement level, it is also a plus to what we are looking for. So right now I have no business with this asset. I can only go to M15 and wait for a reversal signal, If it tries to go past that, then it may not go past this OB on M15. Still, it will be within the discount zone. It will still be within the discount zone for our buys to start. So no wahala, we just wait and see if we will be able to get our entries. Now, the perfect way to wait for this is to wait for price to break the previous lower high. You know this, those who have studied market structure. If price fails to give us a lower low here and comes back and breaks this level, that will be our change of character, and that means we have a shift in the market, and then all we need is buys to break and continue. And this time we will be anticipating the breakout from this trend line resistance to take us into buys that we've been wanting for some good time according to daily time frame. Now you see on the daily time frame we never got a break of structure right here. This was never a break of structure on that support, so that's why we are anticipating buys now to come strongly enough to break that resistance and continue with buys. And probably this time we will be able also to see buys break this resistance, this strong resistance above here, according to daily time frame. All right, so that's enough right there. Go back to M15. Let's hold and see M5. Actually, if M5 is ready for the buys, not really. So M5 still looking for, M5 has reacted to that, which is a good thing, that all be there. So if it breaks that, then we start to have a feeling of reversal, for an uptrend. All right, so that's it on V75. Let's jump to jump 50. I'm also good daily. I'm good. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching us from daily? Jump 50. All right, so jump 50, we knew the buys were on, but we wanted a pullback, a little more pullback to reach here yesterday, so we can come in with our buys. It did not, but luckily enough, it broke that resistance level. And look at that, after the breakout, we got a pullback. This was enough for the entry. I was already in 3 assets, so I could not trade this. After this breakout, that was a good perfect entry for the buy. Breakout, pullback, retest on the trend line, resistance there, and then the buy came through. So if you followed this analysis yesterday, congrats on your profits that you made. And now let's look at today. So normally we do a top down analysis. So according to weekly, we see we are on this this support right there. That's where we are according to weekly time frame, and we've been looking for sales to take us all the way down according to the weekly. We are looking for sales clearly. On the daily time frame, however, as we need buys since we've reached that weekly support, and clearly even on the daily you will be able to see that OB right there where this buy momentum started from for this move, this buy momentum move where it started from. We have an order block. It is now a support. As you can see, price is failing to break it, so that's why we are seeing a signal on CCI as an oversold signal, meaning we need to get in with buys. Now we clearly see rejection coming in there with those candlesticks, daily candlesticks there. This target was hit. We've been seeing that, we've been following it. We entered some quite some trades on this asset, and now if we go to H4, we have a change of character. This was a change of character yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday. So we got that change of character on H4, having price failing to break this previous lower low to give us a new low. It gave us a change of character and then gave us a high, dropped down for a pullback today morning, failed to continue down. This was a perfect pullback to the change of character, and now we clearly see that the buys are trying to start again. Now all I need here is normally a confirmation on M15 to make my entry for the buys. So apparently any confirmation for any buys on M15. CCI is not giving me the signal, but also this is the reason. This here is a break of structure clearly. So all I need is price to fail to break this previous lower low right there, and price has not reacted to it yet. So if price comes back here and fails to break it, then we have business with this asset. But until then, no business, because this was a break of structure. This is a lower low, a lower high there, it has to continue dropping, and then once it fails to break this, then we have an opportunity to enter buys just like we need on H4. So no business here. In fact, if I go to M5, I will clearly see a trend line kind of structure, which is likely to be a flag. Sort of like a flag. I think it is a flag. Yes, this will eventually show you that we will continue with buys. It's trying to confirm that we will continue with these buys, but it is still consolidating. So there's still this consolidation. So no business yet. No business right here. We wait. Jump 25. Oh, from Swaziland. Wow. Welcome to Dankscore Traders Hub, Delhi. This is Dan from Uganda, and we're happy to have you here. Most of us here are Ugandans, so we're happy to trade with you if you're trading synthetic indices. But also we also analyze gold, so gold is also coming, and we also analyze BTC on Fridays. So stick around daily if you don't trade these other assets, but you can trade them. If you have a Deriv account, you can also trade with us. Now jump 25, our analysis yesterday. Let's go to H1 and drop down to M15. We wanted a pullback here so we can get an entry for the buys. It happened, and look at that. A buy came through, but we had a resistance there, and we see the price failed to break it to continue, so it kept on consolidating within these two ranges. We had the upper range and this other range right here, which is a support according to H1, and we have that trend line on H4. So clearly price is failing to break. This is a strong support trend line. All right, so we can delete that there. We did not trade this because we were already in other three assets. Normally I trade a maximum of 3 assets in a day. So what happened? We still need this move because we are coming from this support, and we have these two ranges right there. We have a resistance, and we have a support down below here. So what is not happening? Why is price failing to get all the way back up? There is this fair value gap. Was it mitigated? It was mitigated right here. So is it acting as a resistance also? I believe so, because price is failing to break it. All right, so the H4 needs sales. H4 needs sales, but what does daily want? It needs sales. So why are we not getting sales? Even weekly needs sales. Price is below a 10 MA, which is a good thing, both on weekly, daily. Now we are waiting for H4 to give us that. Now if H4 wants sales, it means M15 is not yet ready for the sales. So price is above our 10 MA on M15. It is not a good thing for us to enter sales, so we need to be patient for the sales to come through on M15. I have a confluence area right there. It's a resistance on my M15. So this is a no-go. No business right here. We have to wait for M15 to be ready for the sales. It might be ready when it first goes back to this OB right here on M15 or that confluence area. So no business here. no business. We cannot do anything right here. Clearly we have these two levels where price is failing to break, that and this, according to M15. So it is still consolidating on M15 within these two ranges. It's likely to play games here, and then either it will break, as we need sales on H4, and break this with enough momentum to break this strong support trend line, and then we drop down for that OB all the way on the daily time frame. Remember, the general trend is a sell, so whatever you're doing, you rather wait for sales than trying to trade buys on a lower time frame. Lower time frame is looking for buys, but we have to wait for it to be ready for the sell so that we can enter sales according to the general trend of the higher time frame. That is it. Enough of all this. A new H4 just started a few minutes ago, 22 minutes ago. It may be just a wick being created, or it may be just a pullback candle, because the previous move here, before it gave us this sell candle, we were looking for buys, and with enough momentum, actually looking at these two candlesticks here before we got this H4 bearish candle. So we might as well continue with buys to get there, just like we wanted yesterday, and then again we drop for the sell. So you have to be patient with this asset. It is a highly leveraged asset. You cannot afford to trade on the wrong side. You will face it. You will just mess up your account. J10. Let's roll with J10. We have about 7 minutes to close today's session. Jump 10. Jump 10. Did we trade it? Not really, we did not trade it. So let's see, where were we? Yesterday we wanted this kind of a pullback so we can wait for it to retest and then we enter buys, but it had other things. So this analysis was half right, or was you can clearly see that it did react there, then pulled back, but then on pulling back it got enough momentum to actually break structure right there. So we did not see the breakout here. We actually saw the break of structure, and currently we are seeing even a breakout on this support. So let's go back to H4 now. First delete these on M15. So we left this J10 left liquidity there, which is a fair value gap in premium zone or in supply zone. It left it there. So when it gave us a change of character, gave us a lower low, lower high here, weird one. I would not have used it on a higher time frame. So either way, that's why I could not trade it. So gave us that weird lower high there, then dropped, gave us a break of structure to give us a new lower low, and this lower low broke that support, or broke that, yeah, it is a support, broke that support, and we currently seeing the current H4 is dropping as a sell candle. And yeah, the general trend is a sell, clearly, both on H4 and daily time frame. Even though we need sell buys on weekly, there's that resistance that it failed to break. That's why we are looking for sells. All right, now that is enough for us. Did we miss an entry on M15? Not really. So we know we don't have an entry on M15 for the sells, but this is interesting right here. According to M15, this was a change of character. According to M15, for the buys, So this is a lower high, that is a low, a high, I mean this is a higher low, this is a higher high. So it might continue before we actually get in for the buys. It might reach this level right here. It might reach this level before we come in with the sells. Why? Because this is where we saw the break of structure according to H4. So returning there, it will be as returning to the breaker block according to H4. This will be the breaker block right there. Right there. So price returning to that level will be a better shot for us to actually enter sales according to M15. So for now, no business. We are still buying according to M15, and we cannot afford to look for sales on M15 unless if price comes and breaks this level, which is our current lower low. But as of now, buys are on according to M15, but only to reach that breaker block, and we start to anticipate a drop for the sell according to H4 and M15, because this was a break of structure right there. All right, lastly is gold. I told you yesterday it was still very bullish, and we had no data, previous data we can use to actually trade this asset yesterday. Now let me show you this. So this was a break of structure, that is a higher high, higher low. Now we got a new higher high right there. That happened actually yesterday when it gave us a new higher high there. So apparently it has dropped. It hasn't reached yet the breaker block where it broke this structure from. In fact, there is even a fair value gap. I told you that if price breaks this level where I've just removed the arrow, we would look for some pullback sell. But here we have a fair value gap on the breaker block itself, that level where it broke structure from. Now, this low right here is the one that gave us this high right there. But if you go to daily time frame, then we might as well use this one here, this one right here, to be the one that gave us that high. So meaning that if price is pulling back, it might come to this confluence area first, which is around 50% of Fib, or it might as well come all the way to this very low right here, this candle there, right there, because it's where we have our 61.8. So if I'm going to that, I will clearly see that I have an OB which is right there, which is right here. In fact, it is sort of like a support right there. So price is likely to come to this level for the pullback before we can come again in with buys, because we are still very bullish according to higher time frame. So having seen all this, what do I have on M15? M15, I'm still, of course, I need buys, even H4, I clearly see that this is a change of character on M15 right about there. Price has failed to break this previous low, so it is starting to buy, and price is above our 10 MA. Do I have an entry on M5? I think we had an entry, but right now we don't. We had an entry when it did this was a scalp entry, so I could not have still entered it. I don't love scalping gold. So right now, no business. We have a lot of we have a lot of uncertainty in the trend of lower time frame, but the good thing is it is following the general trend of the higher time frame. That is a good thing. Now the issue is we cannot anticipate this pullback sell move that we need before it breaks this level right there. We have this fair value gap here, like I told you, which is an H4 fair value gap, and clearly on the breaker broke, on the break of structure, we all know that it will still come to this, but not now. That means we have to wait for when it comes back here. Then you can anticipate your buys to continue. It is likely to do this. Now this is only when it breaks that fair value gap, but the initial move should be like that, and then a breakout, a pullback to give us a new higher high right there. This only will happen if price decides to break that fair value gap. Then we can anticipate the drop to come all the way to the golden ratio of Fib retracement. So apparently no business. We cannot afford to trade this. You cannot afford to trade this. Yeah, no business. Please don't trade gold unless if it comes to this fair value gap and then it gives you an entry. But if it doesn't, don't force it. It is not stable for any entry. It's not stable for any entry. If you're a scalper, maybe you will scalp it on M1. M1, it is easy to scalp because this was a change of character, pull back here and then gave you a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now it is looking for a new higher high, so it was easy for it to be scalped on M1. That's why you can trade it. But if you're not a scalper and you want to trade it probably on M15 and H4, then you have no entry at all. You will be in big losses. So no business here. No business. I'm not going to trade it until further notice, until I see a clear structure that I can work with. I'm looking at this. Price is trying to force this pullback, but it is still failing because of that support. But now there's also a resistance up here, so if it fails to break that resistance also, we might get a chance to actually break and drop down for this pullback sell move. Yeah, so that's it. No business on gold. I may not trade it for some good time. All right, let's do a recap and we call it a day. Yes, Joel, how are you? Let's do a recap and we call it a day. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us that like, give us that thumbs up if you're liking the analysis. It helps us to be, pushed by the YouTube algorithm as we grow the community of traders here on Dankscore Traders app. All right, so we started with crash. I told you all we need is price to react on that level. We need a reversal signal, and according to M15 we are sort of getting one. You can see those small candlesticks that are being created. It means that sellers are reducing, buyers are still uncertain, so we cannot do anything until we have a reversal signal. But we are anticipating buys from that very level. That is on crash 500. Boom 1000. All right, we are in business. All right, All right, do we have a signal yet? So price has reacted to that OB like I told you. This is the same OB we wanted to buy yesterday from. That same M15 OB has reacted to it, spiked for a bit, and now, though it is not yet ready for the buy, I'm not yet clear for it. I'm not yet clear to enter that buy move yet. It's not yet enough for me to make the entry. So I have that OB that it has done there where that spike has started from, so still gonna anticipate another move like that, and that will probably give me a sniper entry to have my stop loss just below, down below here. So for now, no business. I still wait according to M15. I have to still wait. Boom 500. All right, we have a fake. It's likely going to be a fake breakout. This one right there, it's likely going to be a fake breakout. So still no business right there. No business yet. It's been within a channel, so we are not going to do anything yet. All we need is sales, because this was a break of structure, so we wait for price to start selling. Remember, the new H4 started 38 minutes ago, so this is the first hour we are in of the H4. V25S, a drop is still happening like I told you, but I told you we can wait for buys because that is a general trend. If you want to do a scalping, yeah, you can do it, because this is M15 and it had given us the change of character. So this is a lower low, lower high there, so it's dropping for a new lower low, but I'm not going to trade it unless if I have a clear entry on M5. No, I don't have, so no business with this for me. V75. Okay, price has reacted to that OB there. Price has reacted to that OB like we wanted, but then I said it is better to wait for price to break that level, which will be our lower high, so that we are confirming the change of character on M15, because we already want buys on H4 according to what we wanted, according to the analysis and according to this level, which is a golden ratio retracement level right there. So no business now until price breaks that level, since it is even still below our 10 EMA, so that's a no-go for us. All right, we want buys from this level, not sells. We want buys from here. So if price reacts all the way back here, then we have a buy opportunity. No asking questions. Once it reaches this level, I'll be looking for buys immediately once it reaches this level. V75, I mean a jump 25, the recap. All right, so the buy is still continuing, I told you, so no business here, but we see, is it going to break this? So no business. In fact, this I may not trade it, I may not even focus on it today, even though the buy is strong according to these previous two candles of buy. Yeah, no business here, no business with the J25. Then J10, I am likely going to focus on this. If price reacts to that breaker broke, I'm coming in with sales immediately. No questions asked, no nothing. Once it reaches there, I have an opportunity to sell it. But can we enter some buys now? The issue is with M5, but I think it is not the issue. We can actually enter buys. No, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not going to risk it. Maybe on the next buy candle, when this M15 candle closes, that's when I can start to make some decisions. But right now, no business. I cannot enter where it is. Gold is a no-go for me. I've told you it's a no-go for me. I'm not going to trade it. So today my focus is going to be on crash 500, because I'm anticipating buys here. Once I get a signal, a reversal signal on M15, I will be good to go to make that entry on crash 500. Boom 1000, if I see a pullback and reaches right here perfectly, that will be my buy entry without any questions asked again, because we've been waiting for that since yesterday. That is number 2. Then number 3 is boom 500. Any sales now that begin here, they'll be ushering me into making a decision. But looking at H4, the previous candle was a buy candle and the current candle is also a buy candle, so I cannot, meaning I have no business with this asset until I have a pullback to where nothing really, because M15 is getting oversold, overbought, so no business. No, I'm not going to focus on boom 500. I have crash 500, boom 1000, boom 500 no, V25 no, unless if it comes here, then I can focus on it, but no. So for now I have crash 500 and boom 1000. Oh yes, jump 50 is gonna be a good one. Once it comes here, if it fails to break this level here, then we have a good entry for this kind of a buy all the way to that level. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Also, we have to wait for this pullback though. So jump 50, crash 500 and boom 1000, those are enough for the day. That's where my focus is going to be for today. All right, so that's it for today. Let me wish you guys a good day, happy trading, and bye bye. We will be here back tomorrow at 10:30 East African time, and of course for the BTC, that it will be on Friday for the BTC analysis. We already know what is happening in the BTC world. We are looking for sales. We need sales, so we're going to be selling BTC, not buying it. So apparently we'll do a deeper analysis on Friday. I'll be giving you the details on Friday. Otherwise, have a lovely day, happy trading. See you tomorrow same time, 10:30 to 11:30. Those who are on VIP Signals platform, we are still trading together. I'll be sharing with you the signals that will be coming through, just like we've analyzed. Happy trading. Bye bye.